we spoke about it a little bit during our Bernstein study, but there's some stuff still out there on YouTube, complete rehearsals of his that are well worth watching. There's this one that comes to mind that I've seen where it's a youth orchestra, and he's rehearsing them in the Rite of Spring.
Oh yeah,
not a simple piece.
Schleswig-Holstein, yeah.
Yeah, and it's very hard to put into words without actually seeing it, but he has such a gravitas about him, and he walks up to the podium and he says, let's all just play a C major scale. We haven't touched each other yet. And so he just says, everybody just, pick your range and just let's play it. And he conducts it in different ways. And it's just a simple scale. And he makes, there's something very unique about how he connected with the music. And you can see it in a, aged YouTube video.
When he did, I got to see him rehearse and prepare the Copland Third Symphony at Tanglewood, and that's really the Great American Symphony, and utilizes the fanfare for the common. We've heard it, Douglas. Yeah. And I remember the very first rehearsal, he got up and he gave this speech to the orchestra. Short, it was 5 minutes maybe, but it was so eloquent and so beautiful and so inspiring. And I remember as soon as he said, "Okay, let's start," they were ready to go to the ends of the earth for him. Yeah. He had them. They were his. He had them. And they start playing, and the sound is so amazing. I thought, wow. Or watching him, there was a student conductor, his name was Stephen Asbury, very fine conductor, young conductor at Tanglewood, and Bernstein was coaching him in the Roman Carnival Overture. And Asbury runs through it all the way, start to finish. And I remember sitting there thinking, I had just finished my conducting studies at USC, and I'm watching, I thought, wow, this kid's pretty good, What's Bernstein? What could he possibly say about this performance? It's perfect. And he gets up there and he says, "That's a good job there, Stefan." And he points out all the things that he likes, and he says, "I like the way you handle this, you handle that." And I'm standing there, and then he says, "Let's go back to the beginning. Let's start at the beginning." He says, "Conduct the opening measures for me." So he does, and he says, "Ask the horns to do this, the trumpets to do that," and he does, and they do it, and he says, "Okay, now can you bring the woodwinds to doing that," and so on. And in about 5 minutes, he had the orchestra sound like a Berlin Philharmonic. I thought, wow, that was genius, because I didn't hear anything wrong, and not that he did, but he knew how to take it from here to here. I was talking to a trombone player once, old friend. Anybody know Terry Cravens? You know Terry Cravens? Yeah, wonderful guy. And he had done a performance downtown with the Philharmonic. He was one of the extra trombones in Gura Leader. How many of you know Gura Leader? One person. Gura Leader calls for an enormous orchestra, a massive orchestra, but about 150 players. Triple men's chorus, full 8-part chorus, 6 soloists. The percussion section calls for... has, among other things, a set of iron chains. Schoenberg's Farewell to Romanticism is some of the most beautiful music you have ever heard, especially the first 5 minutes. We could spend hours on the first 5 minutes of Gura Leader. Anyway, my point, believe it or not, I have one. I was talking to Terry, and I said, "Oh, you did Gura Leader downtown." This was back in the 80s, and I said, "How was it?" He said, "It was fine." And I won't tell you who the conductor was, because he's a decent conductor, but I said, "How did you like playing under so-and-so?" And he said, he was good, but he can only take things to a certain point. He could only take things to a certain point. We got to here, and then it never got better. It was fine, but it never got better. And I was thinking of that several years later when I was watching Bernstein take what seemed to me a perfect performance of Roman Carnival Overture and take it from here, and then suddenly it's in the stratosphere. Yeah.